talk about the TikTok viral sensation. What was it like?
Yes.
Are you feeling amazing? Like, can you walk down the street? Can you go into Sainsbury's without anybody noticing you? Like, do you have to go in, you know,
with a cap on,
and sunglasses?
Things have changed dramatically. I have to wear the sunglasses all the time now. You know what it's like, you know, just people coming up to me constantly.
Wow.
I can't leave my house. It's actually been really difficult, but people just don't really acknowledge like how horrible it's been. Do you know what's funny? Is no one knows who the fuck I am, but two, the only things that went viral were my hands, so it wasn't even my face. So
but you've got beautiful hands.
I've got excellent hands, but I have famous hands. I should probably get them insured now, actually. But it was literally all that went viral. What I found that works for us, and it'll be different for different people, but us just opening the cards and like talking about them tends to do really well. But it was really helpful for my business, because my business, we were struggling. Like, we relied heavily on Facebook ads, and then Facebook ads fell off a cliff. And it got to Valentine's Day, and Facebook ads, I would say, was like 80% of my revenue, and I was like, shit. And so thank God I just tried TikTok and whacked some stuff out there, and some miracle one or two of them went viral. But it made me realise that for me to be able to figure out this business and make it sustainable, it means I'm just going to have to put all my efforts into TikTok, where I was putting all of that effort into, like, and it just made me realise, like, it's so important to do all of the organic stuff. It's because sometimes it can feel a bit like, why am I going to bother putting all this time into Instagram when, like, I need to sell a lot of cards for it to be like, it can sometimes feel like I'm not going to sell anywhere near enough. But when I stopped thinking like that, it's made such a difference. So I think doing, like, because I used to just think, like, because I used to coast on ads, I was like, you don't really need to do all of that stuff, you can just do ads. And it's like, oh no, because eventually it's going to break, which is what happened to me. So I had to learn, not the fun way, but I learned, like, okay, so I have to just put all my effort into, like, my organic. I have to take TikTok seriously. And I know, like, no one loves TikTok, but I feel like if you're watching this and you're not taking TikTok seriously, like, please take it seriously.
I don't at all.
You have to.
It stresses me out, TikTok, because there's so much. This is it. With Instagram, it's a certain type of person, but TikTok, people are mean. People are
God, yeah.
Did you get any hate?
You wanted to ask about this? Oh, yeah, like, people are savages. I mean, like, realistically, all I show is my cards, so it's not... I mean, I've tried now to show more of my face and show more of our small business, but I know people on TikTok don't care. They come because they find the cards funny. They don't care about us right now. Okay. But I'm still doing it, and over time, like, I might figure that part out. But, I got some comments like, these cards are shit, should have gone to Sainsbury's. And I was like, what? I mean, it was only one. And she was like, not being nasty, just giving you feedback. I was like, I mean, thanks. And then...
Feedback is shit. That's not good feedback.
Yeah, I put this on my story yesterday, actually. I was like, also, if you start a sentence with no offence, but just stop talking.
You're about just don't talk, because you're about to say some stupid fuckery. But do you know what? I'm not very easily offended, so I'm just not bothered. Like, what are they going to say? That I exploit my gran? I do. Or, like, you know, I don't look a bit... Or, like...
Wear it on your chest.
Yeah, like, what are you going to say? Or, like, if they say something about how I look physically, which hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure, like, because I've seen how mean TikToks can be, I'm like, cool, like, I think I'm a snack. Like, I'm not... No one's going to be able to say anything that's going to, like, upset me, and you can always block them and whatever. But I really didn't want to do it at first, because when I was doing TikTok, I thought, like, you had to do all of this, like, find a trend and lip sync, and that was going to be the only way that it, like, took off. And it just, even the thought of it just made me feel like,
yeah, it is annoying having to lip sync.
Yeah, it just, all of it just made me think, this is so much effort. And then I managed to find a way that we could showcase what we do that's really low effort. And one of the weirdest things is, I found my low effort videos do the best. So
they seem more authentic, don't they, I think, rather than
I don't know if that's... So I would say, like, even if you hate TikTok, maybe just get into the habit of just recording your day-to-day, like, whenever you're just doing shit. So now if I'm, like, in the office sweatshop, I'll just, like, get my phone out, record a bit of what we do. And then I've got, like... It is a sweatshop. And then it's like a sweatshop that you just shouldn't feel guilty about. It's like a sweatshop you should feel okay supporting. But... yeah, I think if I just, like, I don't know if you guys do any of this, but just recording bits of your day to day, and then it makes it a little bit easier. Then if I ever do decide to do something, I've got a bank of content.
Yeah, great idea.
I think that's it. I think it's because I'm such a perfectionist, because my illustrations have to be perfect in my mind. Then when I put out video content, I feel like I overthink it, because I'm like, this needs to look really, really good, because I'm a very visual person. So then when I spend so much effort on making something look good and it gets like 3 views on TikTok, I'm like, there's no point in me doing this. What even is the point?
But all you need is one viral video, don't you, Sasha?
That's what you have to always think. Is like, because I was the same as you, and I'd do them and I'd be like, just what's the point? And even when my Facebook ads fallen off a cliff, I was like, why am I going to bother with this TikTok stuff? I'm too busy crying about how much money I'm not making. Like, I don't have time to do TikToks. And then that's all it did go viral.
When it comes to Facebook ads, did you do them yourself, or did you have somebody else to do them?
I hired somebody. Her name's Carly Stringer. She's incredible, but I don't know if she still does them. But she's been amazing. And when I realised that she couldn't get them to work, I was like, no one's going to be able to get them to work.
What was it? People just weren't clicking on them?
So basically I've been doing like, I used ads for like 3-4 years, and like every season I would just bang it through. Last Valentine's Day I think we did 1,000 orders a day just through ads, which which is honestly insane. Obviously my margins were a lot thinner because the ads are expensive, but it allowed me to scale in a way that there was no way I would have been able to do it. So what happened this Valentine's Day is 2 things. Facebook increased their prices, so the cost is a lot more expensive, and when you're a business like mine where it's only a $3.99 product and the margin's so tight as it is, it destroyed us a bit. And also, people aren't on Facebook and Instagram like they used to be before the pandemic. Everyone's on TikTok now. So the audience just wasn't there, and it was such a hard thing to swallow, especially like when your granddad's looking at the fact that you've got like 30,000 boxes in the office. And you're just like, it's fine guys, it's gonna be fine. So that was kind of like why the Facebook ads stopped working. I think it was a combination of them increasing their prices, people not being there, and obviously it's difficult because I thought like I've figured out my business formula now. I just like we all kill ourselves 3 times a year, and then throughout the rest of the year it's pretty steady. But not anymore.
Wow.
TikTok.
Well, I guess like that's always going to happen. We're always going to be learning, and like obviously fingers crossed we're still doing this in 10 years. There's going to be another thing, like technology just changes, doesn't it? And we're going to have to like change
we have
things
to adapt.
Up. Adapt.
I think that's the sad truth, is that we do have to adapt. But like also the best thing happened is that I did some maths and I was like, do you know what? If I can get my organic sales, so instead of it being we're going to do 1,000 orders a day for 2 weeks and we're all going to kill ourselves for 3 weeks or whatever it is, if I can consistently do like 100 orders a day or 200 orders a day throughout the year, I'd make the same, but without spending the money on ads.
Amazing.
And I was like, or I could probably make more. So even if I did 100 orders a day, but we didn't use ads, I'd make just as much as I did when we were using ads. And when I realised that, I was like, oh, so I don't have to chase this big, huge number if I'm not wasting like a big chunk of it on ad spend. So I can actually make just as much with less orders if I just work really hard on like organic stuff. So that's been like the biggest game changer for me, I think.
How much, obviously answer this if you want to, how much do you think you spent last year on Facebook ads?
No, it's not that way I want to tell you. I'm just trying to maths it.
Even if it's just a rough number.
Not this financial year, last financial year. So not this Valentine's Day, last Valentine's Day, 40 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
Maybe
god.
40.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna fall off my chair.
Are you guys okay? But wait.
I think I just need a breather, 1 sec.
That's so much money.
Wait. Everyone always says this to me. And I'm like, and then everyone thinks I'm really rich. I'm not. But basically, got to think about it this way. What I used to say to my ads ladies, if we're getting it, whenever it works, so we needed a ROAS of 4. So if we got a ROAS of 4, I'd make, I don't know, just under £1 or something. I can't remember what it is, like 70p or I can't remember. I think, at that point, we would make it like 70p or £1 an order. So I was like, if we can get a ROAS of 4, then if we're at 4, spend as much as you want. because I know that even though I'm having to spend all that money, I'm getting £1 of my own for every bit we spend. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. So
because I
basically
knew
what you made, you put it back into the ads, a lot of it.
Yeah, so basically every time, like, so say we did, say we had 1,000 orders a day. This is nuts. I can't. So then our average order value is £6,000 or something. Is £6. So that would be £6,000 coming in on that day. So of that £6,000, I didn't care, because obviously we didn't make £6,000. Of that £6,000, say we made one, and then off that one, these numbers aren't true. Off that one, I was very fine for her to spend 500 of it on ads to get the same thing the next day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it isn't like I just had 40 grand in my bank and I was like, hey, let's chuck all this. That's not what happened. It's more just like every time the money came in, we would just chuck it back into the ads over that season, and then at the end you'd look back and be like, okay, over this period we've spent like X amount on ads.
Wow, that's so
but
interesting.
Does that make sense?
I love that.
I'm not just I don't just have like a vault of cash. That's definitely not what's going on.
Throwing gold at Facebook.
Yeah, just gold. And I would be very honest to say, like, this financial year, so last financial year was the best of our business. We did insanely well. This year, I'll be lucky to do a quarter of it. But I feel like this has been a really good educational year, because now I know, like, we're not doing the ads. We're going to focus on our organic. And I think I'm hoping that next financial year will be even better than our best year, but without relying on ads. That's the hope. Yeah.
So, Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
absolutely smashed Valentine's Day. That's when you went viral. Did you get a lot of sales from the Valentine's Day viral situation?
I'll just be like, I try to be as honest as possible. So, because I just think, like, if I was listening, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. We went viral on 2 videos, I think, or 3, that hit kind of like 1 million or close to 1 million.
That's so
but
cool.
One of them went viral in America, which is so irritating, because we don't do American shipping at the moment since Brexit. We're going to turn it back on, but even if we had it on, it wouldn't have arrived to those people for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So I would say over the whole period of Valentine's Day, we did about £6,000, £7,000 in sales from TikTok, which I would very much take, because obviously for me to have done £7,000 in sales, if I would done ads, I would have had to pay, like, I don't know, but 20% of that to Facebook or whatever. So that was all ours, which was that's when I was like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do. And you got to remember as well, like, £7,000 is a hell of a lot of cards.
Yeah, because I remember seeing, like, all these postal bags filled to the brim with the cheeky zebra cards, and I was like,
it was nuts. But that was a combination of Facebook ads, going viral on TikTok, all of our organic, because we still did Facebook ads for Valentine's Day. They just didn't perform. Like, it just almost wasn't worth the extra work we were doing to fulfill those orders for how much money they were bringing in. It was like it almost wasn't worth the killing ourselves for just that much money. Like, it didn't make sense. But to do £6,000 and not in sales, and me not to have done anything but a 7-second video is insanity.
It's so cool. You need to keep doing them. You get viral.
So I just keep chucking them. Yeah, just keep going viral, babe. I keep doing them, but I would say, like, if you have gone viral or you've had one video that went well, like, don't worry about it, because my second video, 300 views sometimes. 100 views if I'm lucky, and then some, like, I did one yesterday, 6,000 views. Like, I'm getting a lot better at not caring. I now almost say to myself, just bang them out and don't think about it. So I almost don't invest in the outcome. My goal is just, I've got to get 10 up. I don't care whether they're good or well received or whatever. That's, like, not my problem. My problem is just, like, getting the content out.
10 a day then? 10 TikToks a day?
No, that was a goal when I was like, it's going to be, I was like, just do 10 a day because it's Mother's Day. And then I was like, 1, I can't do that. It's going to make me cry. And 2, like, I've got enough cards, but I just felt like I was going to irritate everyone. And now I'm trying to do about 4 a day, 5 a day, but that's only because it's Mother's Day and it's very easy. It is literally me opening a card, or doing, like, here's our top 3 Mother's Day cards, or here, who would you give this to? So it's like, I don't think it's a fair comparison, because it's just the workload is so much easier.
Yeah.
I found a way to make it really simple.